European attempts to cut spending have been the subject of a series of strikes and protests across Europe. Spain experienced its first general strike in almost a decade, and in Brussels, union members from 30 countries converged on the capital, many blaming the banks for the economic crisis. France has decided not to make drastic cuts in spending next year. After voter dismay over pension reform, the government has chosen a low-paying 2011 budget. They will curb civil servant spending and scrap tax breaks, but otherwise will rely on economic expansion to replenish the public coffers. President Nicolas Sarkozy is trying to honour a promise to reduce the deficit from 7.8 to 6% of GDP, without the degree of austerity seen in Spain, Britain and Ireland.
BP has returned to the capital markets for the first time since the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico, selling $3.5 billion worth of debt. The long-awaited move comes as Bob Dudley, in the red tie, prepares to take the helm. He'll replace Tony Hayward as chief executive on Friday. Before the spill, BP carried out around 4 similar transactions every year, but the last significant one was August 2009 when it raised $2 billion.
Profits at H&M rose by 20% in the third quarter, narrowly missing forecasts. The Swedish fashion retailer said strong sales during August and favourable exchange rates helped the results. Last week, the company's Spanish rival Inditex, which owns Zara, posted a 70% rise in first-half net profits, thanks to a pickup in demand.
There's been more positive news for Eurozone economies. Economic sentiment rose unexpectedly in September, while consumer inflation fears eased. The sentiment survey by the European Commission was 1 point higher than August's and 2 points higher than analyst predictions. But the outlook is still gloomy, with austerity measures expected to take effect later in the year. In the markets, European shares fell to a 3-week low, with H&M leading retailers lower. It dropped almost 7%. The FTSE Euro First 300 closed 0.5% down. French bank BNP Paribas was one of the several heavyweight banks in negative territory, down 2.4%, as was Société Générale, down 3.4%. In the currencies, the dollar fell for a 4th straight session, hitting a fresh 5-month low against the euro, as the prospect of further US monetary easing grows, and gold hit another record high of 1,313.